Yeah.
You do work for Solar Warden. You're being injured in your physical body by the military because they're abducting your physical body. So you're going to wake up feeling with injuries and not feeling good some of the time. Last night they had you in a mind control chair like on Dollhouse. Dracos are coming through portals in where you live, and they're leaving traces that you could see, physical traces of their entry that you could, if you were paying attention and knew what to look for, you could see. You're a key holder to this reality, so your life should look exactly the way. That means you can hack the computer, hack the game. Your spinal fluid in the back of your neck is being messed with, so sometimes you'll get headaches or the back of the neck will be swollen. You are in a clone body. This is not your original body. You are an ancient galactic being. You do have a lot of oracle. You've been an oracle and a fortune teller and a mystic and a psychic, probably more even than you've been anything else. You are being drugged. You're on the you are a targeted individual. You're gang stalked and on the flyover list, so you do need to pay attention. You are heavily monitored, and you are being poisoned when you eat out. Poisoned and drugged, not just poisoned, but also drugged. They do have an SSP remote viewer assigned to you in your home. You're also being assisted by positive, as you know, energies and groups, so that's good. You are Jedi frequency, so you're the highest frequency that I know of in all time, all space. You were in Montauk. You are in Montauk doing projects there. You are a super soldier. I think I already told you some of this stuff. You are heavily involved with the Mars colony, and you have many children and family members in the Mars colony. You are considered a medium level, prisoner here. Are one of the medium level gods or goddesses. I've already told you that. Your timelines are being reversed by negative ET groups, so they're literally reversing your days, reversing spiritual progress, physical progress, mental progress, etc. A little bit of incubus, succubus activity, including last night. They had, to be blunt, sex with you, which I just consider harvesting energy because it's not really about sex. You do have partial access to the looking glass technology, so you should be able to accurately predict your timeline, other people's timelines, and the timelines of the collective. Again, you are lightly, not heavily in the astral romance tech project, so a lot of your relationships, friendships are going to be handled and engineered by the programs. I also wanted to mention I do see some blood sugar issues that maybe are hereditary developing with you, so you might want to think about that. At some time when you feel like it, you might want to get an A1C test just to make sure you're not pre-diabetic. They have you plugged into the Alpha Omega script, so you're perpetuating the end of the world, World War III, that type of thing, not on purpose. You are being injected in your body. You were injected last night, so you would be able to find prick marks, marks and bruises. You're a current member of the Dragon Brotherhood. You do have a lot of hydrogel, nanotech, microtechnology inside of you, so entwined with AI. Of course, we all are. Should be using a negative ion foot bath to get that out. You do live on the sea or under the sea in Atlantis, so you have a strong connection with that. You also have some AI positive code in you. You work for the FBI, Umbrella. You're a Kruger assassin. Looks to me like you're about third wave out of the all, so very old soul. Involved in the numbers group, involved in ACIO. At least one division I see you're involved in. I think there's 12 divisions. I don't know. We'll see if in a minute more divisions come up. You're a past spaceship commander. Your nervous system is screaming on. You need to deactivate your nervous system. That's the best thing you can do for yourself, for your health, and for your memory, activating your psychic abilities, and healing your trauma. Again, a lot of AI that needs to be gotten out because they're programming you and accessing you and keeping you from just amazing things by having that much AI that they can hook into from the satellites. So they have your frequency and they beam you with voice to skull, mind control, and a lot of that is done subconsciously and consciously through the amount of AI and nanotech that you have. Homeland Security you work for, I'll just see if my ex-fiance knows you. Scorpion you work for, you know the gods and goddesses personally. being drugged in this body. You were drugged last night. You have access to the quantum computer codes, part of ICC. You're being used actively now as a breeder for hybrids. You have a lot of vampire AI in your genetics. You need to move your body more. You work for the NSA, Project Bleak, Lunar Operations, International Banking Cartel, Russian FSB. If you're not using essential oils, you need to be using any essential oils and all essential oils. Your full ascended master race, you're part of Project Ibis. A record keeper crystal, either ruby or quartz, would be really helpful for you to help remember. Also might want to research low-dose naltrexone, very, very helpful for people with a lot of trauma that are super soldiers like you. You participated in the Electric Wars, which of course we won, which is why we're talking. You have a lot of underworld trauma. You've been in a lot of underworlds and controlled a lot of underworlds, and you're carrying trauma from hell realms. Work for DARPA, work for Israeli military, work for Monarch, work for another division of ACIO. I'm not going to get Peter on me, so I'm not going to name the divisions you worked for. You're playing the Avalon game, which is like the King Arthur game, which a lot of people here are playing, just like this one. You work for the German military, part of Project Mannequin, considered a medium-level value prisoner here. You have a lot of reptilian energy in you, in your genetics, of course. Project Pink Mist, Project Equalize. Part of the numbers group. I think I already said that. You're not untouchable, which is a warning to you. So I'm going to say this again. Some people are untouchable and they won't take them out. It'd be good for you to get into your power and your memory as much as you can. And I mean accurate memory, not BS memory. Because if you didn't know you were a super soldier and people didn't tell you that, I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. It's so obvious. The super soldier signature is so obvious. I can recognize it in every single person. And so for someone to counsel super soldiers and not be able to see you're a super soldier, something going on there that's not good. You're what's considered yellow tag, which is complete do not report to you. So your medical records, you will never know unless they let you see your full files, which they're not going to. You will never be allowed to see your true medical records. You won't know your blood type because they lied to us about the blood types. There's hundreds of blood types. You won't be able to know the implants, the location of your implants. I mean, you might, but you might know in other ways, but they're not going to tell you. You work for the European military. You're a psionic specialist. You're really psychic, as you know. You are heavily monitored here. It would help you to track all your dreams because night and day is exactly the same thing. I'm going to be teaching a lot more about that. You work for the U.S. military, less so. You have dinoid DNA. Again, you have so much AI, it's almost like they're trying to make you a robotoid, so you need to get that out. You're part of the Black Magician grids and do a lot of work on the ley lines for dark forces. You work for foreign country space fleets. I said Chinese CIA, less so. A pilot, less so. Flyover list, already told you that. At least 120 and back you've been on. Project Oak Tree, Memberhood of the Brotherhood of the Snake, I might have already said that. One of your, I think you already know this, Sarah's Avian Bird People or Seraphim, you've been one of the winged races. Russian military, less so. CIA, less so. You have a few handlers in your circle, not too bad, but there are other things going on because they don't really need handlers because they can just directly access you because you have so much nanotechnology in you. I mean, there's just an infinite list of corporations involved with you. The Hong Wong Dragon family, which is a division of the mafia, hugely involved with you. Mars Colony Corporation. So, of course, the military secret space program, that's who owns you. The Labyrinth Group, Scorpion, 5 Stars, CyberLife, United Federation of Planets, NeuroCore, part of the Earth Alliance, DARPA, like I said, Council of 5, member of Galactic Federation of Light, Ultimate Contractors, Shoreline, Mobius, Kruger, Andromedan Council, works for Monarch, Numbers Group, I already said, Interplanetary Corporate Conglomerate, Solar One, and already said, Joint Defense, already said, Delphi, Monarch partially owns you, they don't fully own you, you're owned by the military and Monarch, works with Trinity, works for Scorpion, Lunar Operations, I already said that, and Umbrella. Not very much with Umbrella work these days, but you do work with them, and that's who own you. All star seeds are noted and tracked. The fire creation beings run this reality. All, soul groups, like I said, eternal beings, are tracked. So everyone is special. Everybody has psychic abilities. If everybody remembers who they are, everybody's super powerful that lives here. At least you have a nice collection of mostly positive, what we would call positive polarity beings. Unfortunately, you're a dark matter fire creation spirit, so you came in here to play darker roles and really wrestle and do your own work. And you're going to have to be open to the real truth, not the bullshit, airy-fairy, love and light truth that a lot of people in the SSP movement are saying, a lot of people in consciousness say. You're not going to make true progress till you face the hardcore truth about yourself, which is no real difference in the hardcore truth about anybody else. But, this denial that kept coming up in your field that you don't really want to know truth, you need to sit in that and look at that. Because truth isn't always pretty and great and amazing. It makes you feel good about yourself. It also encourages you to look at your darkness and to process that and release that and decide who you want to be in a very conscious way. So I encourage you, to consider that. So they didn't see anything in you that they wouldn't see in any old soul. Your third wave, your Jedi frequency, your super high frequency, you're psychic, you're a healer, you're powerful. But I would dare to say everybody here is. It's a fire creation being. So I hate to say nobody's special, but one thing I've found doing on this work for the last 35 years is we aren't as special as we think we are. And that's a basis point for understanding how to interact and relate with beings here and off-world. We're all powerful. We all have just unique expressions of that power and that being and that ability and that talent. So we're all used, who we're used by, how old we are, how skilled we are. Yeah, that varies. But we're all used in these projects and by, different corporations. We're all owned by different people. It's just the nature of the game. It's the rules of the game and the way it works here. So let me know if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm going to lightly clear you. I'm not going to heavily clear you. But I'm going to lightly clear what is ready to dump out. And I'll send you your aura. We'll go from there. Thank you so much. Oh, I was going to tell you really quick the types of super soldiers you are, just for fun. So they mainly use you, this is so interesting, in the Black Widow program, which is an intelligence program that's farmed out to the SSP. And you can imagine what the Black Widow does. They're highly skilled sex kitten seductress assassins. You might have some memory of that. You do have rights in the SSP. You've worked your way up. You're a psychic informer. You help the super soldiers psychically. You're also amphibious and Arbius cloned avatars. You're also put into reptilian gray hybrid and alien human animal avatars. You're also part of the cybernetic non-human AI army special forces. You definitely have a lot of implants attached to satellites. You're very puppeted right now anyway because you have so much AI in you. You also are used as a psychic warrior. You open portals inside warfare for people to get in, people to get out. And you're an ultra super soldier from future timelines.